Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 2019 DeBerti Ford Super Duty F-250 Lariat Transformer. Now this has 1,245 horsepower, 1,758 pounds-feet of torque from its 7.3 litre diesel turbo V8 engine. It now weighs 5,789 pounds, still has its all-wheel drive system, off-road tyres and off-road suspension, and it can now do 0 to 60 in 3.979 seconds, 0 to 107.676 seconds, and going to a top speed of 177 miles an hour. So yeah, this is going to be probably not the particularly quick car. Yes, it's got great off-road capabilities, the braking is decent and the acceleration and the top speed are good, but the handling is way down on several other vehicles of a similar kind of type as this, and this obviously still weighs a lot, and it's obviously not gotten any shorter or smaller anyway as well. So yeah, it's quite a heavy and big vehicle to be taken on a course like this, which at points isn't the widest or the you know, the most forgiving of courses. So yeah, and the fastest DeBerti we've had on the series so far has been the Toyota Tacoma TRD Performance Truck, which is sat in 16th place with a time of 3 minutes 17.097. So whether or not we can match that is going to be something to have to be seen. And the fastest Ford that we've had has been the Focus RS, which is still in the top 10, which was a really rather quick car. So yeah, not expecting it to be quick as that. But advantages are the fact it was built to be an off-road truck and it's still got all of its off-road elements to it, and the torque is immense, so it's not going to struggle getting out of corners or out like that. The all-wheel drive system is also native to the car, so it's not have to deal with that as an extra. And yeah, it shouldn't be thrown around given the immense weight that this car has going on for it as well. So they're all positives, but obviously there is a negative of how much it weighs, the size of the car, and the fact it's not got the best of handling either. Plus the power in diesel engines like this are typically right at the top of the rev range, so if we're not in the right gear or at the right rev range, then yeah, we are going to struggle for any oomph. Especially since this has probably got a lot of turbo lag on it now, given the immense turbo we've put onto it. Which is where this is getting most of its extra power and torque from. 200 extra horsepower just from that turbocharger, and a lot in the way of torque as well. Should deal with this with no problems. Yep, it's perfect. As perfect as of a landing as you're going to get in a car in this series, that's for sure. Road furniture should also not worry this whatsoever, given how weight heavy it is. It's not got the best turning. Definitely struggles on these slower corners. But it powers out nicely enough with all of that torque that is nigh on instantaneous. The brakes are pretty good, they've been upgraded, otherwise I feel like this would not slow down very well. Especially given how much it still weighs and the amount of momentum that is going to be behind such a vehicle at such speeds. Yeah, it's easily one of the slowest cars that we've had down there. Usually we do at least break 130. come on. But we're definitely slower than the fastest DeBerti that we've had on this series. But we're far from the slowest vehicle on this series regardless of that, at 3 minutes 29.885. So that puts us into 29.855, 885 even. Puts us into 81st place. We do beat a Ferrari FXXK Evo, but then again I guess that's no surprise given that is obviously a track car. But we are quicker than other off-roaders like the Toyota Land Cruiser AT37, the Sierra Cars RX3, the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, the Porsche Macan LPR Rally Raid, the DeBerti F-150 pre-runner, so we're at least quicker than another DeBerti car, as well as the Nissan Pickup Rally Raid and the Ford Super Duty F450. So we're quicker than two similar kinds of vehicles, because obviously this is also a Super Duty from Ford, but it's also a DeBerti vehicle as well. So we're quicker than two similar cars like that, but yeah, it's far from the fastest vehicle that we've had, and that purely comes down to the fact of how much it weighs, the size of the vehicle, and its lack of agility as well, because yeah, it really was struggling in those slower corners to get into them at a decent rate of speed, and then eventually get turned enough around the corner at a good rate of speed and then get out of it as well. So yeah, no real surprises on how slow or not quick it was, but still, at least at the end of the day, it wasn't a a troublesome car. It wasn't bucking or riding around or anything like that. It more than managed the jumps and the bumps, and yeah, it was also quite fun to drive as well, because yeah, it could use its power even with the amount of weight that it's got going on. But yeah, still no real great surprise on how quick it was there. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.